Hi all, and welcome to my informative speech. I'm going to tell you how this product is one of the most dangerous products we as Americans are consuming. And I'm also going to tell you about how being a vegetarian could be one of the most beneficial decisions you will ever make. Being a vegetarian could be the most beneficial decision you've ever made because of the unhealthy meats we are consuming and also the amount of meats we are consuming, which far surpasses our actual dietary needs. The cattle that are raised nowadays for meat processing are actually raised on feedlots instead of open acreage where they're free to roam and graze the grass which they were meant to do. In these feedlots, the cattle are herded together between hundreds and thousands of them in small little areas. And because of this, they can't actually feed on grass because there's none there. There's too many cattle, all the grass is gone. To make this problem worse, the cattle, when their manure is never cleaned up, and because the land is so compact, these cattle are actually walking in about a foot of manure daily, and these are the cattle we're consuming. In addition to this, the physiological aspects of cattle allow them to eat grass, not corn. However, farmers and industries of today have chosen to feed the cattle corn because it costs too much to buy the land for them to eat grass, and corn is just a cheap substance that we can feed them. This leads to many problems. One of the main problems is the excess amount of E. coli found in cattle's stomachs, which also links to the manure that they're walking in. Because when these cattle are processed for us to consume in the factories, these cattle are not cleaned appropriately. And most times manure is found in the meat we eat, which is already a problem enough, but then you also add the fact that I previously mentioned that there's excess amounts of E. coli in this manure from their stomachs, which is why you will see more and more cases of E. coli poisoning throughout society today. In addition to this, the manufacturers said, well, instead of feeding them grass now, it's still cheaper to feed them corn, and what we'll do is we'll find a way to kill the E. coli in the meat. So what they've done is, for ground meat and stuff like that, they've actually created an ammonia powder that they mix in with the meat to kill the E. coli. So when you think you're getting 97% ground beef, what you're actually getting is 97% ground beef with manure, E. coli, and ammonia to kill it off. That's actually what you're putting in your body. Also, when it comes to our poultry, our chickens, these chickens, they are grown in like the equivalent of a chicken coop, but they're not allowed access to light at all. And they're packed in. You can't even see the floor in this chicken coop, walking around in their own feces. This is bad enough, but then you add the fact that the manufacturers in the industry are pumping these chickens full of hormones, which cause them to grow. It gives us more meat, but it's meat laced with hormones, which some research has shown why adolescents go into puberty at a lot earlier age because of hormones like this. And while it adds weight to these chickens, it adds so much weight that these chickens can no longer walk. And they actually have heart attacks from this added weight. Just the hormones alone is reason enough not to eat poultry. There are alternative methods to getting our meat, which are local farmers, where they actually represent or advertise that their cows are grown or raised on open land, free to roam as they can. Their chickens are raised in open land, free to roam as they can. And they're not fed extra hormones or anything they're not supposed to eat. These are the best quality meat products we can get. The problem is society constantly wants cheaper goods. They don't want to shell out excess money to obtain quality products. Or they don't realize that they're getting an inferior product because of the cheaper cost of it. Now, the biggest issue here too is the industries have tried to minimalize the advertisement of their negative products, which leads us as consumers to assume we are getting quality products when we're really not. So what we all need to do as consumers is try to figure out where our food's coming from and make the right choices. And these right choices are going to lead to a healthier lifestyle. It's going to lead to less disease, because the meat products we're eating actually are linked to cancer, high blood pressure, in some cases diabetes. Whereas if we stick to vegetarianism and stay away from these meat products, we can avoid all these and actually lead healthier lives. Thank you.